Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chloe and I am also back with another suggested video. This is going to be my part 3 to my candy series. I did Kit Kat, Reese's, and I'm about to show you the next one. I got this suggested video actually by my cousin Juliana. I do have a video with her. I think it's called Makeup and Wine or Wine and Makeup, one of those. So she requested me to do this one and I thought that it was pretty cool because I do really like the colors in this one. So the candy that I am going to be doing a tutorial on is Ferrero Rocher. My cousin Juliana is probably dying laughing at me right now because she probably knows this and I do not. But these are really good. I do know what these are. I just can't really pronounce them that well. But these are really, really good. They are a hazelnut chocolate, I believe. Fine hazelnut chocolates. Yep. And they are so delicious. My mouth is kind of watering right now, but I will not eat this until the end of the video. And I'm going to save one for my girlfriend as well. But yeah, so if you look at it, it's very gold, brown, white. And that's about the whole color scheme. So this one I don't think is going to be as dramatic as my last ones, but it's definitely going to be really fun. I also really like the fact that everybody is seeming to really like this series that I have going on. It does make me feel really great to do something that people like to see, and I'm getting so many suggestions on different types of things to do a tutorial on, and that makes me so happy. So also a little switch up, I am not in my makeup room today. I did just kind of want to switch it up just a little bit. Here where I live, there's a little bit of a Category 1 hurricane going on that is starting tonight. So I just wanted to kind of make things a little bit more homey. It is a little breezy and cooler outside. I mean, it's not that cold, but it is a little bit cooler with the wind, and so I put this long sleeve on to kind of set the mood in the season. And I do have a candle going on back there. I don't really know if you guys can see. I hope you guys can. Just to have a little homey aesthetic. So you guys want to see what kind of makeup look I come up with this Ferrero Rocher hazelnut candy chocolates, then just keep watching. Okay, so first I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation, and I am in the shade Classic Ivory. I think I've said this before. I'm sorry about my cat if she's whining. I had to put them up and my dog out just for the purpose of the video because they will be all over me. Cujo will not let me film unless he's really, really, really tired, and for some reason he's kind of hyper right now. So yeah, so I'm just taking my Real Techniques beauty sponge and putting some of that foundation on there, and applying it on the face and then just pouncing it in. A little life update. I got a new job. And whenever I say this, YouTube for me is like a job for me right now. I'm not getting paid or anything like that right now, but until I can make YouTube my main goal, obviously I do work, so I can afford to make YouTube my main goal one day and my main source of income and my full-time job. I did just get a new job and I'm no longer serving anymore, thank the Lord. I was so ready to get out of there. To all you servers out there, God bless you, because I did it for a year and a half in 2 different places, and one place I was there for like a year and a few months, I think, and the other place I was only there for a few months. But I just couldn't do it anymore. That industry is just not for me. The tips and the money can be really awesome, depending obviously on the nights that you work and what your section is and, you know, whatever. But I am just so happy to not be in that industry anymore, because it was just too much for me, to be honest. And it's not that I couldn't handle it, and it's not that I wasn't a good server or whatever, because I think I was a really great server. But I could take parties, you know, I could do parties and all that, but I think for me, I just knew that that's not where I wanted to be spending the time that I was making the money before YouTube comes into play more heavy in my life, hopefully down the road. I couldn't spend my time doing that in the meantime. So I did get another job. I won't say what I do, just because I just feel like it's a little personal, but I'm really happy. It's something that I was in a field for like almost 6 years before I went to serve. I was a host first at the restaurant, and then I became a server, but I'm so much happier. I mean, it is long hours, and it is, you know, a Monday through Friday type of job, but it's something that I'm actually pretty passionate about as well. And before I make YouTube before I can hopefully make YouTube my main job, I really wanted to be somewhere where I was going to be happy doing the rest of that time at. Because I'm telling you, when you have a job that you really cannot stand, and oh, I didn't even tell you, this is, as always, my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I just put it in my normal areas, and I'm taking that same Real Techniques beauty sponge and just blending in it. But anyways, when you are at a job that you really can't stand and you don't get treated fair, it's hard to want to wake up and actually go to work and do the things that you need to do to, maybe, like in my case, do the things that I have to do as a stepping stone to finally be able to do what I want to do, because at least I'm trying. And what I will say though is it is very hard. I'm sure some people can relate to this. It is very hard to keep pushing forward with jobs that are so temporary in your head. And yes, I do have a passion for this field, very much so, but I've been doing it since I was 18, and it's great, but YouTube and makeup, this is just what I want to do, and it's hard to know that it sucks that you have to work to do a job like YouTube, and you have to work and build money and save for certain equipments or editing software, lights, or the products themselves in order to put out videos to eventually get to that goal that you're so long yearning for. And no, I'm not like an overnight sensation, and I have to work to where I want to be, but I have a lot of faith that I'll get there, and a lot of this is temporary, and I just have to work my butt off to get to where I want to be, and if I put in that work and I have faith, and then I know that I'll get there. You can't stop for a dream that you want. You just can't. This is a Revolution Pro translucent powder, and I'm just using my Real Techniques. I think this is a concealer brush, but I use it just to set where I put the concealer. And right now I'm only setting my eyelids, because I'm going to do those first before I do the rest of my face. And I do this right here because you don't want any creasing. I don't know if you could tell, but I already started creasing up with the concealer. My dog is right there outside, and he's just throwing a fit that he's out there right now. And no, the hurricane hasn't come yet. I'm not a mean dog mom. It's just, it's windy outside. It probably feels good to him. I just know that anytime I'm inside and he doesn't have to be outside, he always wants to come inside. But Mama's gotta make her videos, right? I'm going to take as always, my toothbrush, and I'm just going to brush through my brows. We all know that I don't do much with my brows, only because I really feel like I look weird whenever I do up my brows and I color them in and sharpen them. It's just not, no. I go with the natural fluffy brows. Sometimes I'll fill in some spaces or, you know, stuff like that, but for the most part, I don't really do that. These colors, gold, a dark brown, and white, is pretty much all it is. So, at least the packaging, and that's what we go off of. So I am going to take my tried and true, ever so dirty Jaclyn Hill makeup palette with Morphe. This is her first one that she came out with. She does have a second one. But for this look in particular, I'm going to be using this one. Let's see. I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, eyeshadow brush. It's a double-ended. I'm going to pick up the fluffier side, and I'm probably going to go in with this shade right here. And then it's in the shade Butter. Obviously, where I live, there is lots. I live off of a highway, kind of. So there's lots of traffic flow that passes by. I'm going to kind of hold this my mirror a little bit closer, just because my back's hurting a little bit since I'm not sitting in a chair, but I like this change of scenery, so I'm going to keep going with it. I'm just going to place this right here in the upper crease. To define and make that transition shade. And I am pressing very lightly with my circular motions. I've found that it just helps blend everything better when you don't put such a hard pressure with your first initial application. It's kind of like already diffused in a way. So now I'm going to pick up this Urban Decay Naked 2 double-ended brush. One's kind of the flatter side, the other one's the more fluffy brush. And I am going to pick up a very deep chocolate brown. And it is going to be this shade right here. It is actually the shade Mocha. What a coincidence. I'm going to pick that up on more of a defined fluffy brush, just so I can really he's got like a copper, like, sounds like a tin can food bowl, and he's just flipping it around. outside. Right under that, I am going to place it in the crease, but keeping it under that first shade, Butter, to make sure we still have a transition shade. Just gonna take some more and really make sure that color is rich on the eyelids. Alright, now taking that last brush that we used, the more fluffy brush, and with no extra product, I'm just going to go over the edges. Other side. One more dip. I'm making sure to tap off the excess too, so it doesn't go on so harsh with that first swipe as soon as you put the brush down on the lid. But what I will say, back to me getting a new job, it's changed my whole life recently, because it's helped my relationship. Not saying that it was bad before at all, it was great, but since I'm happy and, okay, let me rewind you. My girlfriend actually just got a new job too, about like a month or two ago, and she's so happy at this job. We actually met at our last job together, and that job was a nightmare for the both of us, for a lot of our friend group that we had there. It was like coming into high school every single day and getting bullied by your own teachers, aka your managers, and getting cussed at every day, being talked down to every day, and them not thinking that we're going to retaliate back when we're getting so talked down to every single day, when it's not that serious, if you want me to be honest. And I would literally be coming into that job with the worst anxiety. I remember after work one day, a really hectic day, I was getting screamed at by one of the managers, which also sets off the whole atmosphere of the staff. And it's not like it was just me. She did target me on some days, but you know, I got off of work one day there and I felt so sick to my stomach, and because I was so stressed out, and I had somebody constantly over me telling me that I was doing everything wrong and I was a terrible worker and whatever. I literally went into the parking lot that one day and I was throwing up after work, like just projectile vomiting, because that place had given me so much anxiety, and it did affect my relationships with my friends and my girlfriend and my family and everybody around me, because I was such a stress ball. And I swear when I left there and I went somewhere else that didn't really end up working out either, just because of money situation, not because it wasn't a great job, but just because of I didn't make enough money there. But anyways, when I left there, I felt an immediate relief. And then whenever my girlfriend left there, it was like an immediate relief. And she came to this new job where she's at now, and she's so in love with it, and she realized she didn't have to be treated like that, and you will get the recognition you deserve at other places, and which is so important when you bust your butt somewhere. And we are, it's like not yes, I mean our relationship has gotten better. My relationship with my family has gotten better. Like, just because we're so happy, we're at such a great mindset. I enjoy going to work every day, even though I work 9.5 hours a day. You know, aside from the restaurant business where you work however long and you come out with a lot of money, yes, sometimes, but I am in such a better headspace. My life is pretty great right now. And even though me and my girlfriend's schedules are complete opposite. I work Monday through Friday. She works Thursday through Sunday, but we're still so much happier mentally, individually, and together. And life is going okay right now. That's why I feel so laid back. That's why the scenery is a little bit different. Things are good, so good. And I'm gonna stop rambling so I can not have a 2-hour long video. I'm just happy. So now I'm gonna be taking this shade, which is, this is the shade 24/7. It is a kind of shimmery dark brown shade, but I thought that that would be so gorgeous right there on the lid. So, and then you can have this blown out matte kind of transition. I'm gonna pick that up with my finger, very pigmented, and I'm going to hit my lids with it. The camera did cut off while I was doing my lids, but I went ahead and did them, but now I'm going to take that same fluffy brush. I want you guys to be able to see the candle. I'm going to take that fluffy brush and just hit right here where the colors meet once again. That way everything blends smoothly and looks almost airbrushed. That's what it looks like so far. Love this dark brown shade. I'm going to be taking this gold shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette, which is the shade Queen, and it is this gold right here. I'm also going to be taking that on a kind of edged brush. I'm going to be placing that right under the lash line. I am going to be taking it from one side all the way to the other and into that tear ducts. I am just going to be taking a different brush. It's kind of just like a regular fluffy brush, dipping it barely into that gold again and running it along just to make sure it is really blown out. This more larger, fluffier brush, taking the color, I think it's in light right here, and I'm going to be using that as my brow color. Hitting that brow bone to highlight. Picking up that fluffy brush again and just hitting the edges. Tired, you guys. I even had a little coffee that I got and it started to get breezy and cooler outside. Don't come for me with the cool if you live where I live. But it is breezy, so it felt fall and festive. So I got a warm coffee and I'm still just dragging today. But I really wanted to get this up before I have to start my work week tomorrow. I am only going to be working 4.5 days instead of 5 days. I have a wedding on Friday and I'm really excited about that. So I took a half day instead of just taking the whole thing off because I do need those hours. I do need that money so I can grind on YouTube. Now this is the CoverGirl Professional 3-in-1 Mascara. I've talked about this quite a few times. I like it. I would, if I were you, wear lashes with this look if you have them, but once again I don't have glue or else I would have worn them for sure. Just pop them on with a little bit of tweezers and this look would have been A1. Day one, baby. But I think I'm okay with not wearing false lashes lately. Because I used to wear them so much that I feel like they kind of ripped out my real lashes, and they're finally growing back and they're beautiful and they're long and I live for them right now. It feels so windy outside. I know I'm not outside, but you know how you can almost tell when you're inside how windy it is outside? Or are you the type of people that you can be inside and then when you wake up in the morning you can so tell that it's cold or it's not as hot? I love that. It puts me in a good mood. Alright, so now I am going to double coat this with the Great Lash Maybelline mascara. Love this mascara, and I also really like it for my bottom lashes because the wand is so, it's not that thin, it's just little, and it does help me get into those small places. Also, I really want to know if you guys do like the videos where I kind of take you out of my makeup room. I love filming in my makeup room, but sometimes I really just kind of want to go in my living room on the ground and or in front of my couch or in front of my bed in my bedroom, or you know, film a skincare night routine in my bathroom. And sometimes I get scared, and I know I also have my wallpaper background, which is really cool. I just haven't used it in a minute. So let me know if you like the change of scenery. Of course, I'm going to keep going to back to my makeup room quite often, but if you like that every now and then different scenery situation, then please let me know, because I really like these and I think I'm going to do them. So eyes are done. I am going to go ahead and move on to setting the rest of my face that I didn't do before. Let me show you a little close-up of my eyes before I move on. What do you think? Yeah, like it. Back with my Revolution Pro powder and my concealer brush, I'm just going to hit my forehead and my chin with this because it is kind of like a brightening powder, and I do like to be bright in those areas. So I'm going to go ahead and set it. And just a little bit down the bridge of the nose, just so there's no color blockage and differentiation. If I show a little bit too much boob today, I'm sorry. It's just is what it is today. Now, I am also going to pick up the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Powder and my Real Techniques powder brush, and I'm just going to set the rest of the face that I didn't get with that Revolution powder. Always make sure you get your neck. City bronzer and my Eco Tools bronzer brush. Forehead. My nose and my cheeks, that little swiping motion I do over my cheeks and my nose, back and forth, and then just down my neck. Now I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, and of course I'm going to be using up that dark shade that I have with my Real Techniques contour brush and getting those sides. I'm using every last little ounce of this product. Hitting my cheekbones, right under that bronzer that we just placed, coming up and around the side of my face. Kind of give that shadow. And hitting the sides of my forehead, making sure I'm leaving that open, bright space right there. And contouring my nose just a little bit. And now taking my powder brush and going over everything. Now I want to try out this new product that I got. It is by Butanio Butania. Okay. Wait. Butanic? I don't know. But anyways, it comes like this. It's really pretty packaging. And it is a butter lip and cheek balm. And I am actually going to use it for both. You open it up like this, and this is the color. Super pretty, in the shade Cocoa Rose. Yep. And I know this is a cream, and I'm not really supposed to do this over powder, but I'm just wanting a little bit of hint on my cheeks because the eyes are so bold. So I am going to take my blush brush from Real Techniques and just kind of put a little bit of that on the brush and see what happens. Oh wow, that's actually really pretty. Gives a very pretty flush of color. Mind you, I did just put a little bit on. I just kind of want a little sheer blush moment, which never happens because I love my blush, but for balance, I guess, I'll only put on a little bit. This is really pretty. I actually like this technique, kind of shearing out your blush with a actual hair-like brush instead of your fingers. It kind of works real smooth. I'm gonna bring that right there on the nose and doing that same motion where I'm just kind of swiping over the cheeks and nose, on my forehead, a little bit on the chin. Beautiful. I actually really like that a lot. Really like this product. I will come back to it in just a minute. I am gonna go ahead and spray my face with the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe and chamomile and lavender. Here we go. Oh. And the reason I did that right now instead of after I got done with my highlighter is I kind of just want my highlighter to pop just a little bit more today, and I am going to go back in with this after I do my highlight. Now this highlight, I used to be a promoter for. It's this girl that I went to cosmetology school with, and she released her own makeup line, and I think she's still on break from it. I think she just had to take a break for a second, but it is so beautiful, and still to this day one of my favorite highlighters ever. It is by Coco Marie Cosmetics. Mine is just a little bit dirty, and it's in the shade Cocoa Glow, and it's gorgeous and actually very blinding. Very blinding pigmented. So what I'm gonna do is I have to be careful that it doesn't go everywhere, but I'm just gonna put a little bit on the cap, just like that. And I barely even tapped it. And just look at how much highlight fell into the cap. It's beautiful, so pigmented. It's gorgeous. So I am going to take my normal highlighting brush, which is this Sephora actual contour brush, but I use it for my highlight. And I'm going to barely tap into that highlight. I know y'all see that. Like, shit. I'm actually going to use some for the other side. Like, this is no joke. It's so pretty. I love it, and I hope she comes back soon. And everybody that used my code for this brand had nothing but amazing things to say about it either. It's just kind of cool to see somebody that you went to school with that had such amazing products. So I really do hope he brings it back, because it is such a beautiful product. Like, that is highlight. Swoop it right there under the bridge of my highlight. This definitely ties the look together because it does have so many gold flecks. And once again, I'm gonna go everything. Put this over the lips. Kind of gives you like that flush of color, but then we're going to put a gloss on over top of it to tie the colors together to match the eyes just a little bit more. I'm going to take this lip gloss by MAC, and it's this brown kind of sparkle shade, and I'm going to put this right on top to tie the look together. And I did those two different colors just so that the peachy nude reddish rose shade could kind of be diluted by this brown gloss to kind of make it look more chocolatey and more rich, but wanted to keep it a little bit more light because the eyes are so dark. One more time with this, my Mario Badescu facial spray. This is what it looks like right now. And I don't know if you're thinking, you know, what more can you do? So I'm going to go do something with this hair. I've got a lot of it. It's hot. So I'm going to go fix that. And then I will show you the final result with myself and then me next to the product itself. So just give me 1 second and I'll be right back. And this is the final look. I was getting pretty hot, so I had to put my hair up, straighten some pieces, and make it look cute. But this candy is actually really good. I haven't had it in quite a while, so I am really excited to eat one. But let's look at the eyes. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the part 3 of my candy series, and if there is any other types of anything you want me to recreate, you let me know in the comments below, and I write it down on some sticky notes. I put it up on my vanity mirror and I get to it, cross it off one by one, and I will make a video for it. And I get so excited to get requested videos. And I think that's all I have to say. You guys stay safe out there, and peace and love to this world, and that's all I can pretty much say. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.